Hey there, welcome back to my kitchen. In today's video, I have 3 very easy weeknight meals. Whether you've been cooking for years or you are new to the kitchen, all of these will be very easy for you to make and I think the whole family will be able to enjoy. So let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you how I made them. First up today, we're making these stuffed green bell peppers. To begin, I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. And then moving over here to my cutting board, I'm going to go ahead and cut all of my green peppers in half and remove all the seeds from the center. I'm cooking for my whole family tonight, so I have 6 bell peppers here that I've cut in half and cleaned out. Now over here to my pan, I'm just going to lightly spray the bottom with some olive oil spray and then add my bell peppers into the pan. Then I'm just going to spray the tops of them with some more olive oil and then season them lightly with some salt and pepper. Into the oven these go for about 15 to 20 minutes until you can pierce them with a fork. For the protein in today's peppers, I'm using some top sirloin steak. This is about 1.5 pounds. For the steak, you can either chop it or thinly slice it like I am here. Then go ahead and slice up 2 large onions. Moving over to this skillet, I'm going to go ahead and add a couple tablespoons of olive oil in here and just let that heat up for a minute. And then I'm going to start with about half a steak in the pan and then just cook the rest in batches. I added a couple shakes of Worcestershire sauce and then a couple shakes of some steak seasoning. I do not remember exactly which seasoning this was because this was filmed about 8 months ago, but some type of steak seasoning will do, and then I just added a little bit of salt and pepper with that. Because this was so thin, this will only take just a few minutes to cook, and as long as it has some color on it, you should be good to go. After cooking all the steak, then I went ahead and removed it from the pan and started adding in my onion to the pan. The onion will cook in the leftover juices from the steak and seasoning, but I am going to go ahead and add just a little bit more Worcestershire sauce in there, along with some salt and pepper. I'm going to let these onions cook for about 15 minutes on a medium heat until they are nice and tender. Now that the peppers are out of the oven, I'm going to mix my steak and onions together and begin filling all of my peppers. Over top of each one, I'm going to add 1 slice of provolone cheese, but any type of cheese will do. Mozzarella would be really good on here as well. And then these are going to go back into the oven for about 10 more minutes until the cheese is melted nicely over the tops. Here's what my plate was looking like in the end. I had my bell pepper there, stuffed with the steak and onions with the cheese melted over the top. And then to go along with that, I just went ahead and baked up some waffle fries and onion rings. Next up, we're going to make some cheeseburger sliders, and I did film this many months ago, but we actually just had these last night again for dinner. They are so good and so easy to make. To begin, go ahead and preheat your oven to 375 degrees, and into my skillet I'm adding about 2.25 pounds of ground beef. Once again, in this recipe and the recipe after this, I am cooking for my whole family, so it is going to be quite a bit of food, but you can easily downsize on the amount that you make. Next, I'm going to go ahead and slice up about 5 onions. These onions will cook down pretty dramatically. And then heading back over to my skillet, I'm going to season my ground beef with some of this Soul seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, and pepper. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of butter and about a tablespoon of olive oil into my pan, and we're going to start cooking those onions in here. I did cook this after the ground beef, but that's just because we only had one skillet at the time. But ideally you want to cook these at the same time as the ground beef, and I'm just adding in some salt and pepper, and these will cook for about 20 to 30 minutes until they are nice and tender. Once you see some color like this on the onions, then they are perfect and they are ready to go. Now moving over here to my baking sheet, I am using some foil on here just to help with easy cleanup. And for the sliders, I'm using 2 packs of slider buns. You'll just want to make sure that you remove the tops, and then you can add the ground beef on to the sliders. For the cheese today, I am using some American cheese, but you can use any type of cheese you like. Matter of fact, I ran out of American cheese at the end here on this last set, so I just added some shredded mild cheddar cheese. This is something that we love, but I'm going to go ahead and add some jalapenos on here. I am only going to do it to half though, since I am feeding everybody in the family. I want to make sure everybody gets what they want. And now over top of those jalapenos, we're going to add these beautiful onions and then add the buns back on top of the sliders. Then these are going into the oven to bake for just about 10 minutes until the cheese has melted, or if you like the buns to get a little crispy, you can leave them in there a few minutes longer. Here is what my plate looked like in the end. I had my sliders here. I do enjoy the ones with jalapenos. They are just so good with the spice. And then to go along with this, I added some watermelon and some broccoli salad, which I believe I've shared the broccoli salad on my channel before, so I will link that down below for you. Next up, another one of our favorites is this pork chop bite bowl. To begin, I'm taking a family-sized pack of pork chops and just cutting those into bite-sized pieces. Once those are all cut up, I'm going to add them into a bowl, and I'm going to season them with garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Once again, I will have all the measurements down below for you in the description box. Go ahead and get those all mixed together, and now I'm going to start cooking them in my skillet. I am going to cook these in batches, that way there's plenty of room for them to get nice and crispy on the edges. If you overcrowd the pan's going to get a little bit watery and they're not going to get crispy like we want them to. My favorite way to cook these is actually in the air fryer, but since my parents don't have an air fryer, we're making the skillet work tonight. Once they're looking something like this, they are good to go. You can go ahead and add them into a clean bowl. Into the pork chops, I'm going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. Give that a mix and let that butter melt completely. And then you're going to add about 1/4 cup or more, if you'd like, of grated Parmesan cheese. Once again, go ahead and give this a good mix together, and then the pork chops are ready to go. What you'll want to do is go ahead and make some mashed potatoes and some steamed broccoli, and then you'll just layer these on top of each other, and that's all there is to it. This meal is incredibly easy, still very, very flavorful, and me and my husband both really enjoy this meal, so I thought why not make it for the whole family, and they all loved it as well. Thank you guys so very much for being here today. I know I've been gone so long and I really do apologize for that. Moving back to Ohio, it's been so hard getting back on a schedule, but I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave me a flower down in the comments below if you did make it all the way to the end, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Bye!